I can't explain how entertaining and exciting that is to watch someone grow and change for the better. Well, I guess I can. An example of best boy band since One Direction, Brockhampton. That's official. Brockhampton now have released 3 consecutive home studio full-length albums, dozens of music videos, a short film, toured 2 times across North America, shot a movie, a documentary, a Viceland show, had a couple of huge merch drops, and now they're going in another tour and already have announced their next project, Team Effort. What the fuck? This kind of productivity amazes me and at the same time makes me question other artists. Like, what are you guys doing between all those releases? I mean, there are King Gizzard with what, like 5 releases in 1 year? Or Bones with new mixtape pretty much every other month. But yeah, such productivity of course is not really a common thing among the music world. Also, we all know quality over quantity. I'm all in for a super anticipated comeback with 10 from start to finish beautiful tracks instead of bland, disposable, long play released every year. And when Saturation 2 was announced, I was worried. I already told you that, I think. I was worried that they would fuck it up. And watching their recently released doc, they kind of got overwhelmed by that too. They did good though. I loved and still love Saturation 2. Have some of my favorite tracks of the year from that album. And afterwards, I wasn't that scared anymore. I believed in Saturation 3. I believed in Brockhampton. And guess what? They delivered. They took some time, they changed their promo campaign, all that no single bullshit really paid off, with every Brockhampton enthusiast sitting on the edge, refreshing their Twitter feeds for any update possible about the upcoming album. They've dropped BOOGIE first, arguably their strongest single yet. Ian previously hinted that this is gonna be a dance album, and this crazy blessing beat, absolutely psychotic verses, Joba fucking snapped on BOOGIE. Yet another great catchiest hook and perfect flows all over prove that Saturation 3 is a celebration, and we're attending it, no question, fully immersed. I love how dark the lyrics in the chorus of the track are, and how weirdly fun at the same time it still sounds. I feel like that perfectly sets the tone of the whole party about to enroll in front of us. BOOGIE proclaims success, a bit of insanity, and chasing to me. Especially of the police sirens and its details from Mila Jabari decided to incorporate in the track. If you're not that familiar with Brockhampton and the Saturation trilogy, you should know there's inside complicated narrative involved. It might be actually not that complicated and pretty simple. It's just that we don't have all the details yet. Cast kit of the story includes identity struggle, some criminal involvement, potentially bank robbery. There's also love relationship, friendship, family, fame, mistakes of the past, growing up, and you know, a lot of other things. It comes through everything. Art covers and backs, song titles, lyrics, music videos, their live performances, the short film, Billy Star they've put out. It's all slowly coming together. Saturation 3, as another part, made me think about how they present some of the narrative through the instrumentals as well. Maybe that's totally contrived by me, but all the police chasing, darker and moodier tones, how cinematically this album flows from one track to another, divided by those theatrical cinemas skits, with Ramil sharing his scoring Pixar demo tapes and Roberto introducing new beats and pieces of the actual story. It's really, really impressive. The track list of Saturation 3 works the most out of Trilogy in my opinion. Following, Zipper continues with Sirens, a weird beat, and a single and chorus, presenting quirky lyrical approach, killer circus-like atmosphere, and this wild dancing. I love the video for it, by the way. I think this is my favorite Saturation 3 music video so far. Though I do love BOOGIE too, the original non-cinematic and cinematic versions. And I get extremely emotional watching Rental music video every time. Another amazing track on the album, by the way, another favorite track of mine, with Matt singing all over it, Ian delivering another great chorus, Dom's amazing verse, and it's just so sad at the end of the video seeing Roberto. But yeah, coming back to Zipper, all the coloring, all the editing, glitchy editing, and the mirror technique absolutely astonished me. I love that video, great job. Up to that, on the album, Johnny track carefully reveals the back of the house. With yet same party getting a bit darker and more reflective. The vinyl record keeps going between this imagine myself on acid, tragic toned chorus to more chill, old school instrumental. The lyrics follow the exact same formula, same pop references, some ironic lines, some laughing samples, though every verse has its own quite sad story in it, especially the ending delivered by Joba. Let me talk about Joba on that album for a second now. I'm so glad we finally have more of him on there. It's incredible. He is incredible. He's always has been. It's just that he's more open with the audience now. He's there to tell his story, everything which going on for his confusing mind. Every member of Brockhampton comes through a little bit different with each and every release, as probably they are getting more comfortable with what they want to showcase as artists, and I guess they also grow as people, as human beings, and it feels very special, this connection, the honesty. Joba's Johnny verse is very difficult to get through without a lump in your throat. As well as the whole Liquid track, the next track, the ending of which is probably one of my personal favorite moments on the whole record. I wish this track would be longer really, it's more like an interlude. Stupid track throws you back a little bit in the track list and in the third list album. As in, it sounds pretty baby Brockhampton to me, the most DIY. It sounds like something coming off of the earlier releases, though I vividly remember watching this exact track recording process in like October via Ian's Instagram livestream thing, which was, by the way, pretty fun, entertaining, and interesting to actually see how they create together and make music together. Anyway, I don't really get all the hype about Stupid. I do still dig the track. It's very infectious. There are a lot of funny moments like Matt screaming "what drug reference" during Amir's part. I wish they left Joba's "I'm a white man" line, to be honest. And I do think that the chorus again is incredibly catchy. But overall, this one feels a little bit overrated to me. I was really surprised they kept it on the album. The production of it puts me off a bit, like that questionable instrumental break by the end. Like, it was pretty unnecessary. Bleach, though, is one of the prettiest things I've heard from the boy band. It's a sensual, warm, quite melancholic piece with Ryan Beatty delivering simple but beautiful chorus and each member intimate emotional parts. Highlight for me would probably be Dom. He's actually great on every track. He's like a consistently great rapper on every single Brockhampton release. The ending of the track, this noisy part, it makes it sound to me, I like to interpret Bleach as a love relationship of sorts, with its blossoming in the beginning, being all sweet and perfect, your heart being broken by the second part with that noisy instrumental, leaving you with this bittersweet feeling of just good memories, which is the ending with Bareface singing on it. Bleach is a definite standpoint piece on the album. Same old school vibes appears on Alaska with its crooning strings and Amir references. Great Poupon, what a legend. I don't have a problem with Amir's flow, by the way. Yeah, it's repetitive. Yeah, he talks about the same things. Yeah, he says I a lot. But I think it still works within the boy band. Plus, he's pretty young, he's still learning. There really haven't been much time for him to change his lyrical approach and to grow up. Also, I think it has to do something with the narrative again. I'm pretty sure he's one of the main characters of it, so... Anyway, best part of Alaska is actually the ending. This sudden, mind-blowing, smooth beat change. Wow, and Matt's part, probably my favorite verse from him on the album. HOTTIE was very unexpected. It's probably the most positive and the most boy band-ish these guys have been so far. The sweet choruses with more chill and vibey verses, some racing moments with light synths like MOURN part. It's such a pretty track. Favorite moment would probably be Matt's and Joba's part interlacing part. This is kind of a track you want to shout your soul out on a concert, you know, especially that ending part. It's so good. My ultimate favorite track since album's release date is still probably Sister. I cannot help but to fall in love with the most explosive and psychotic song on the record. Joba's intro, the kiss them kids before them bitches run away line, how they've incorporated Roberto into this, the rave instrumental break split in this Prodigy-esque and Death Grips like parts. The Death Grips vibe is heavy, especially in the Kevin Abstract's verse. Matt's flow is incredible on this track as well. Sister reminds me of a movie I liked a lot from this year called Good Time, and I know that Brockhampton are big fans of that movie as well. It's very urban, racing, quite dark, psychedelic, and weird. As a part of the track, there's also Nation. I'm not sure why they've decided to merge it together, but unfortunately I can't say that I'm that impressed by this one. I really like the lyrics on there and how freedoming it is, but it's not the strongest track on the album for me. Now Stains, I actually love that single. I think this is one of the most professional, studio quality sounding tracks they've made. Love that there's Cody Ashland Gray. Love his little rant about how annoying Brockhampton is. Love Joba in the chorus, all the verses, that dancing beat by the end. Remind me of something probably coming off from latest LP by Vince Staples, which I love a lot. So yes, I do like Stains. This is a really good track. Finally closing the album, Team starts with Ebony track by Bareface Kieran, and I think this is probably my favorite song from him so far. I like how croony it sounds, like the shoegaze heavy outro of it. Hira Mill and Joba did a great job at mixing Ebony with the second part, the actual Team track, I think. The chill down, smooth instrumental with Ian and Amir taking the mic over, some funny samples. Probably one of the most powerful lines on the album coming from Ian Simpson, with some female laugh at the end. Could it probably be a reference to the female character, the narrative? No? And Bareface singing over something like Soon before Heat intro kicks in, Heat from Saturation 1, and the trilogy starts over. It's a never-ending story. Saturation 3 sounds like a farewell party. It's a bittersweet ending to something loud, epic, and very unique. I like how this album sounds the most professional most of the time in comparison to, for example, the first part of the trilogy. It shows amazing growth both in production and in lyrics. There are all-time stars like Ian and Dom, whose verses were consistently great throughout pretty much every release. But yeah, there are members as well who changed so much. It's incredible. Joba, again, Matt. On Saturation 3, I like that he's singing a lot. I feel like he's that kind of universal boy band member, you know? He can sing, he's handsome, he can rap. I think the next step for him is become an actor and like maybe start doing dance routines, I don't know. Ramil and Jabari are amazing at production, though I really want to hear more tracks produced by Kiko next. That's important. Lyrically, all the trilogy comes together, interlacing narrative for narrative, and for all the songs referencing each other. I like how all the members, including Roberto, Ashland, I think even John is on there somewhere, they all appear in the tracks now. I like the minimal cover of Saturation 3 and that every member has their own version of it. I question myself all the time, what is my favorite Saturation album? It keeps changing, and I know for sure that every album has more than a half of its tracks which are actually my favorite tracks. Right now, at this moment, I feel like Saturation 3 is my favorite Saturation because with every new step, the boy band progresses. And I love seeing and hearing this progression. Plus, again, the boys themselves, they grow as people and have more and more things they want to share musically. They become closer and more open with their audience in their lyricism and in experimenting with their delivery. A lot of things are coming for Brockhampton, and I couldn't be more excited, more happier for their success. What do you think about Saturation 3? About the trilogy? What's your favorite Saturation and why? I was thinking about putting down my thoughts on the narrative of the albums and of all the visuals. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want a separate video about it. Also, Saturation Drafts album got released physically via their box set. There are demos and unreleased tracks. I have quite a lot of thoughts about it too, so if you want a separate video on it as well, comment section, write it down We'll consider that. There's one more review we need to do. Pop 2 by Charlie XCX, and then the end of the year, the music results of the year 2017. We hope you're doing amazing and are ready for 2018 and for all of its amazing music. Stay hydrated, be cool, love each other. Thank you so much for watching. Peace off.